Hello everyone, hope you're good and your day has been going well. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. This is where I churn out those videos that are centered around life-related issues which are designed to inspire a positive change by changing the narrative from my little corner. Okay, if you're here for the first time, this is what I do here, and I'll encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get notifications when I upload new videos. My name is Uche Akomas. You're welcome to this video. So I'm picking up from the last video where I shared my self-confidence story, and I did say that I will be sharing the tips that helped me to build my self-confidence. Okay, in case you have not watched it, you may have to watch it. Look for my self-confidence story. I shared my story, how I battled low self-esteem because of what I was told about my teeth, my two big front teeth, and then my flat buttocks, yes, by my classmates back in the university. So let's jump right into this video. And so it's important that we even understand what self-confidence is. Now, self-confidence is trust in one's ability, in one's qualities and judgment. And it's important that we all have a healthy confidence because it helps in our personal lives and our professional lives. Self-confidence is very important to our health and our psychological well-being. We just need to feel good about ourselves. And people that have self-confidence like themselves, they appreciate themselves, they feel good about themselves, they don't put themselves down. Okay, they are not hard on themselves. But people that have low self-esteem are very critical of themselves. They always are hard on themselves. They're always putting themselves down. They don't feel good about themselves, and they accept anything and everything that people tell them, even the negative things. Is good for everyone to have self-confidence, strong self-confidence, healthy self-confidence, because it will help you in your relationship with people. Okay, and before I go into the tips that helped me to build my self-confidence, how do we even get our self-confidence? How do we get our self-confidence affected or tampered with? Now, we hear things about ourselves. People say things to us. People do things to us. And like in my case, yes, my parents and my siblings and people around me said that my front teeth was like the big hole of Abakaliki farmers. Okay, and that really made me feel very feel very less of myself. And you wouldn't see me smile. I could try and pout, but you wouldn't see me flash my teeth like that because I was always conscious of myself. Okay, so people either develop healthy self-confidence or low self-confidence or low self-esteem from what people say to them, what parents, what their friends, what their classmates, what their siblings, what people around them say to them. So what you say to your child or your children could affect their self-confidence. It could, tamper with their self-confidence. It could also build their self-confidence. So if you're saying a lot of negative things to your children or people around you, it's going to affect their self-confidence. They may develop low self-confidence. But if you are saying helpful things, saying healthy things, using the positive words with your children or to your children or on your children, you'll see then that they would, have very strong self-confidence. So it comes from what we hear, what people say to us. So I just set something down and I want to look at it. Okay, so the people in our lives, to a very large extent can affect how we feel about ourselves. Like I said, so when we focus on what's good about us, what's good about your children, what's good about your siblings, what's good about your friends, we feel good about ourselves. Even when we make our mistakes, we need to be patient with people around us. We need to, we shouldn't be so critical of them. We shouldn't be so quick to condemn them. Let them make the mistakes and be patient even in correcting them. All right, so adults, when they scold more than praise, people around them, when they scold their children, when parents scold their children more than they praise them, you are blockhead, you are nobody, you are nothing, and all of that, it would also affect their self-confidence. If you are always cursing, scolding your child, scolding your sibling all the time, that you praise the child and you appreciate that person, is going to affect that person's self-confidence. The person will begin to think or see himself less than he should actually see himself or see herself. Okay, and these things, like I said, even our peers, yes, our friends, they say things to us and they also affect us. So it's basically what people say to us and what people do to us. When people do not appreciate us and praise us, and do the contrary, we will have our self-confidence tampered with. Now, another thing is the voice in your head. What do you hear in your mind? Do you hear that you're not good enough? Do you hear that you're not beautiful? Do you hear that you're ugly? What's the voice in your head telling you? So for you to develop self-confidence, a healthy self-confidence, you have to begin to change the narrative. Change the voice you hear. What the voice you hear tells you. It tells you you're not good enough. You tell yourself, I'm good enough. I'm more than enough. You begin to change the things you hear. Where you have heard you're not good enough, where you hear you're not good for nothing, you tell you're somebody, you're something, you are valuable, you are lovable, you are deserving, you deserve to love, you deserve to be loved, you deserve to be cherished, you deserve to be, adored. You begin to tell yourself, change every narrative that you've heard about yourself, what people have sold you. Like in my case, I said to myself, okay, yes, I know I have my big front teeth, but I don't have control over it. I didn't create myself. I didn't give myself the big front teeth. So I told myself, instead of focusing on what my parents were telling me, I saw myself as being unique. I said, okay, in fact, at some point I said, okay, you know what? When I get missing, children, they can miss their way. If I get lost, they will find me. If there is any Uchenna somewhere or Uchenna Akoma somewhere, by the time they see the two big front teeth, that they would know, okay, this is their daughter, this is their sister. So I saw that as something unique about me. I didn't focus on the negative aspect of my teeth. I saw it that made me unique. All right, so you need to change the voice, the things you're hearing, the things that the voice in your head is telling you. Okay, whatever someone has told you in the past, whatever people have told you in the past, you begin to change them, turn them to the positive things. The opposite, turn them to the right things, the positive things. Okay, another thing is, now, if you keep thinking you're a loser, if you think you never make friends, you think, it hurts your self-esteem. So you need to see yourself in a positive light, okay? And you can say, maybe I can have good friends. Maybe I'm good enough. Just change that voice. Change what that voice is telling you. If you learn to, do things, it's going to build your self-confidence. There was a time I used to say, I can't do this. I can't do this. And my sister called my attention. She said, instead of you to say, I can't do something, why don't you say, let me try? Because when you say, I can't do this, it means you're blocking your mind from even trying, attempting to do something. So instead of you saying you can't do something, even if it's something that you've not done before, can you do this? Accept that you can do it and learn and try it, attempt to do it. And if it fails, then you can get people to help you. But don't say you can't do it. So learning to do things and accepting, opportunities would also help to build your self-confidence. Because if you're able to do something, if you learn to do things, you see that, okay, you've been able to achieve something, and that will make you feel good about yourself. All right, another thing is be with people that treat you well. I am very particular about this. I talked about this when I talked about self-love. Yes, be with people that are adding value to your life. Be with people who are genuinely interested in your well-being. People that uplift you, people that say the positive things to you. They don't just say that, to make you feel good, but they are genuine about it. They are very truthful to you. They uplift you. They say the good things to you. They don't put you down. Yes, people that are always uplifting you, saying things that are very uplifting. And please, in case you have anyone or people that are in your space that are putting you down or saying that, using the negative words on you, do well to stay away from them. You can love from a distance, okay? Let them not rent a space in your head. Okay, try as much as possible to surround yourself with people that treat you well. Another thing is, yeah, say helpful things to yourself. Don't be your own critic. Don't be your own worst critic. It's important. You know, we try things and sometimes we get so hard on ourselves, and you know, because we're not getting it right. I shared something some time ago when I had to do a training, and for some reason, for some strange reason, I just couldn't get it right, the assessment. I tried the first one, I failed. The second time I failed, and my colleague laughed at me. She laughed at me to stupor. And I said to myself, what is wrong with me? So I just, excused myself and went to the ladies. I went to the washroom and I stood in front of the mirror. I like, when I want to be real to myself, when I want to tell myself the truth, I stand in front of the mirror because I want to talk to the person I want to talk to the person I'm seeing in the mirror. I want to talk to that image in the mirror. So I told myself, you can do this now. What is wrong? You're not a failure. You can do this. You can do it. You can do this. So I told myself that, and I got very motivated. I went back to my seat. I did the assessment the third time and I got it, and I scored higher than my colleague. All right. So, and that made me feel so good. So you need to say helpful things to yourself. Don't always call yourself. Don't believe that you're a failure. Even if people around you think you're a failure, you can do better. Don't be your own worst critic. Say the nicest things to yourself. Be your own best friend. Are you hard on yourself? You need to, give yourself a break. Cut yourself some slacks. All right. So another thing is accept that what's not perfect. Yes. Accept. Don't be a perfectionist. We can't get things perfect. We can't be perfect. We are not perfect. We are not perfect. It's only God that is perfect. We have imperfections, so don't try to be perfect. Don't try to get things. If you do your best, do the best you can, but don't seek perfection because life itself is not perfect. Okay, all right. I don't want to dwell so much on that. Then another thing is focus on what goes well. Focus on the positive aspects of your life rather than the negative. Focus on the positive things about you rather than the negative. Now, for me, in my case, for when I was in the uni, I said that my friends said I had a flat buttocks, I had a flat backside. But I told them, okay, yes, I had a flat backside then because I was thin. And I told them, okay, but there are other good things about me. I have a good height, I have beautiful legs, and I have good command of English. So I focused on the good things about me. I didn't dwell on the inadequacies that I have. Okay. And this is what you need to do. Focus on the positive things about you rather than the negative things, rather than the things people are criticizing you about or talking to you about. Okay, another thing is give and receive help. Give and help. Give to people and receive help. Giving is one of the best ways to build self-confidence. You can offer help around in your house, in the office. You just help people. Go out of your way to help people. Go out of your way to give. It helps you. It helps in building that self-confidence. Okay. When you put smile on other people's faces, you feel good. It makes, when I'm able to meet a need in someone's life, I really enjoy that. It makes me feel good because I'm able to put a smile on someone's face. All right. So give and help. It will help you build self-confidence. There are benefits of self-confidence. Benefits of self-confidence is that you are open to try new things because you are able to do something and you succeed and you get it right. You are even motivated to try new things. And self-confidence also, another benefit of self-confidence is that it helps you bounce back. You have a better resilience. When you go through life, I always like to say this, and I love using this line. When life throws those stones, the pebbles, at you, you are able to bounce back, to life because you know that you have gone through things in the past and you overcame them. So you have that resilience. Okay, you're able to bounce back to life when you go through unpleasant situations, when you go through sad moments in your life. Okay, improve relationships. When you have self-confidence, when you have a a healthy self-confidence, you are able to have good relationships. You find yourself building happy and a meaningful relationships with people because you believe in yourself and you know that you attract who you are into your life. You attract people that are that are adding value to your life, people that are doing meaningful things to you and all of that. So that's one of the benefits of self-confidence. So it's something that everybody should have, is something that everybody should strive to have. And the last but not the least, affirm yourself. Affirm yourself. I do this a lot. I also find that self-talk is important. When you talk to yourself, I talk to myself a lot. In my family, my sisters will think, sometimes they're walking and hear me talk. Sometimes I'm rehearsing my script. Sometimes I am just talking to myself, especially when I feel down, especially when I'm going through some crazy moments in my life. I engage, I deploy self-talk, I affirm myself. Uchenna, you are intelligent, you are beautiful, you're not a failure, you are worthy of love, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm a Christian, so I sometimes, speak the word of God into my life, and you're fearfully and wonderfully made, and you are the righteousness of God in Christ Jesus and all of that. So they help me, they really help me, feel good about myself. And even when I've went through some heartbreaks, I affirmed myself. You're good enough. You're good enough. You're worthy of love. You're worthy to be loved and loved in return and all of that. So when you engage self-talk, when you deploy self-talk, it builds your self-confidence. All right, so I hope you find this very helpful. I'd like to read your comments, please, and do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, thank you so much for encouragement. You're the reason I keep doing this every day and churn out the videos every day. Thank you so much for subscribing, and I hope that I will keep making you happy. Yeah, I'd like to also know what you would like me to talk about. If there are things you would like me to, topics you would like me to delve in and talk about, I will be so glad to know what you want me to do from your comments. All right, until I come your way again, my name is Uche Akomas, and this is Thought Central with Uche. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye.